Hi Virgo, welcome to your season. Happy birthday. I'm Ruby. Thank you so much for joining me. I've got a bit of a special birthday season bonus for you today. I really wanted to pick up this energy. It's the first day of the sun moving into your sign. Mercury is also gone retrograde in your sign today also, and this is such a potently powerful time for you, and I think you're going to feel it. I think you're going to feel like everything is falling into place, and even though Mercury retrograde more often than not is a time where electrics or plans or tangible things have a possibility of going a bit funny, I think this time more so than any other time in the year for you in particular, Virgo, you're going to find like all of the electronics, all of the little finicky bits, all of the big plans, like all of these things are just kind of falling into place. Virgo, I have been asking you guys to put a lot of the energy that you allow to disperse off into the ethers with other people, your relationships, your jobs, and all of the other stuff that you guys do. I've been asking you to reinvest a lot of that back into yourself recently. And I've been saying that for exactly this Mercury retrograde. There's going to need to be a level of power that you're showing up to this season with. The sun being in your sign naturally gives you that little bit of oomph. Not a little bit, a lot of oomph. And if you really allow yourself to connect with the sun, to go be out in the sun, to really take account of your harvest, all of the things this year so far that have worked out for you, that are prosperous for you, or that will carry you off into the future with a feeling of resilience or stability or accomplishment. These are the things that are really going to carry you through the last part of this year. The sun being in your sign is an excellent time to pay close attention to your health, your diet, your appearance, the way that you feel, your mental health, and even your relationships. Virgo, the energy that I've picked up for a lot of you guys is that you're drawing lines under certain situations with certain people, certain scenarios, certain pasts that may have haunted you. I think you're ready to really surrender and set yourself free. And I feel like this is actually like the perfect time for you to really step into this idea of it's your time. All right, so I'll have a separate astrology reading come up for you soon. But if everybody wants to take just a deep breath collectively together, just while we're shuffling the deck, and let all of it go. If you guys would be interested in booking a reading, you can do so on the website rubyreadstarot.com. To donate to the channel, all the details of where to do so are in the description box, so do check that out. Virgo, happy birthday. Here's to your season 2023. Let's get into it. Knight of Cups. Proposals, offers, invitations. And I think there's one in particular that's really quite substantial, that really means a lot more than others. Virgo, in your season, you are being offered an emotional outreach. You're being offered an emotional opportunity. What fell into my lap is the Temperance card. And there is changing states from one to the next. That's your point of call. The duty, the task, Sagittarius energy. We start the season with the sun in Virgo, the moon in Scorpio. So I'm thinking like as the moon naturally progresses into the sign of Sagittarius, some of you, which is really, really recent into this season, like just fresh out the gate, some of you might be finding that you are being offered an opportunity or a cup of love by a Sagittarius. Some of you might be finding that this is the opportunity or the support or the invitation that you needed in order to transmute a situation from one state to the next. Get your alchemist hat on, go with the flow. Something about illuminating the crown chakra here. About awareness, clear thought, not being bogged down, not being too heavy, being really quite open to alchemy and transmutation and changing of states from one to the next. There is something about, I don't know why I see this. Okay, look, so that's the cup being offered by the Knight of Cups, and that is the Temperance energy. So do you see here where there's one cup here and then there's two cups here, one being poured into the other? My mum used to do this thing when I was younger where if she wanted to cool down like a hot cup of tea for me to drink or something, she'd pour it from one cup into the next, and it would allow the liquid to condense a little bit and thus get a bit cooler. So it reminds me of you changing something up. Like I keep saying it, it's like you're cooling something down, or you're changing something, you're making a cocktail or a mocktail. There's something with you alchemizing, being creative, being productive, changing something in an illuminated, like an open-minded, a clear thinking kind of way. Five of Swords and the Moon card. By the time, and the dogs have started, okay, so by the time the moon goes into Pisces, there is some sort of conflict that you're overcoming. There is a conflict that's being overcome where you're collecting the weapons that were formed against you. Virgo, you know that they can try, but none of these attacks ever like work. At this point, they're literally just giving you their energy. So like, there is something that you need to really be quite open and honest with yourself about these conflicts. Like, people have literally been trying you and losing and giving you their energy. So at some point, you've kind of got to realize these people may not be 100% all up there. Or this is naturally a time of you overcoming limitations, wherever they may have come to you from, however they may have come. There is this energy about you needing to sacrifice yourself. I feel like there were a lot of distractions coming at you that may have been gaslighting even, or may have even put you in some form of limitation. And so now, Virgo, you're kind of being asked, are you going to, I've seen it, so I have to take it. Are you going to set yourself free? I've seen it, so I have to say it. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands, Five of Wands, right under the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Okay. If you've been feeling stuck, stagnating, limited, you have to have some sort of self-accountability at this point about what action you're actively taking to clear up the chaos in your life. High Priestess, the Sun, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords under that. So things are going to be moving very, very quickly in true mutable earth fashion. I was going to shut the door, but the window's open, so... Okay. High Priestess, the Sun. Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. Virgo, withdraw, pull back in, reassess your resources, your energetic resources. There is a need for you to kind of surrender everything and get unplugged and get unhooked and all of these attachments. There needs to be, I think, some form of self-reflection being in between the bliss and joy, being in between the black and white, kind of being really limitless and really kind of allowing yourself this deeper understanding of the things that experience, the knowledge, the education, the lessons that experience has given you. This revival, this long-awaited revival, is requiring an initiative of you. Everything else will fall into place. But it's requiring a higher level of knowing of how you view yourself, the credibility and the credit that you're going to give yourself. Because once you allow that intrinsic value, the self-worth, the self-knowing, who else in the zodiac, which other feminine, what other minor arcana even sits with a whole pentacle in their lap other than the king? The queen, for me, it's an intuitive energy. It's more of a creation energy. So it's not necessarily gender specific. This can apply to everyone. It's saying to you, where is your intuitive instinct about your inherent value? And how much faith are you willing to apply to the creation, or at least the holding on to the abundance that is yours? Surrounded by fertility, surrounded by abundance, surrounded by grace. The information that you needed comes quickly. When it comes in, be ready to act on the information, because things are about to change super, super quick. And you start the month off, you start the season off with an opportunity to alchemize and transmute these opportunities, these invitations, all of these abundant blessings that are like coming, pouring through. What was not known, or what was hidden, or the pieces of the puzzle that you just could not figure out, a lot of that comes with a victory over swords that were formed against you, things that were used to deliberately hold you back, energy of conflict that was just such a deliberate misuse of energy designed to kind of put you in this stuck, stagnating place of limbo. But the sun in your sign is saying to you, here is that matchstick moment. You've been given this initiative. You've been given this aha moment. Take that moment of creation and see what it is that you can do to change the unnecessary juvenile conflict. And a lot of that will have to do with you stepping into this high priestess sun energy soaring through you, really confident and knowing of one's true worth and self. The project, the work, the homework is self-worth, self-concept, self-respect, self-esteem, self. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Let's get some additional messages for Virgo season 2023, for the Virgo collective, for their highest and best good for everyone involved. Oh, these perros. What a nuisance. But they'll shut up soon. Oh, here we go. The Tower card. So Virgo, conventions that were built on false grounds, shaky foundations, just situations that were just not right are collapsing and they're falling apart. And for me, I see the Tower card as that pair of shoes that fits badly, and finally you get to go to the store and buy you the most comfortable pair of shoes ever. So here's this opportunity for you to rebuild something a lot more comfortably for yourself. And in order to be able to do that, you got to clear what doesn't work or hasn't been working. And do it in a very meticulous Virgo kind of way. You know, Virgos are so orderly and meticulous. Not everyone, but they give us that attribute for a reason. And if you wish to channel into it, I'm sure you'll find that you have that advantage over most. Okay, let's get some additional messages for the Virgo collective. The Moon card twice. Pisces full moon, which is a super moon, and then your new moon gives you, Virgo, the opportunity to really clean up a lot of what you know is not for you. To illuminate not only to yourself, but to those around you. 8 of Swords again. How limitation is literally a manifestation of lack of self-worth and lack of self-confidence. And so when I keep saying work on yourself, it is really to get you out of a limited, stuck kind of place. If that means you're doing a lot, I'm not going to take these, but I will take those 3. Chariot, 7 of Cups, and the Devil card. Okay, Capricorn energy. Home, Chariot card energy. I think there's going to be a lot of attention to detail being paid to home situations, things that mean that you get to kind of clear up the falsities from the truth. So what's real, what's false, what is true and what's not true. Another Knight, a Knight of Pentacles, and the Temperance card again. Virgo, you have this period to change and transmute, okay? And I think you know that there is a lot that needs changing in... The devil is in the detail. It's you needing to get out of a form of limitation by taking a lot of initiative to actively clear up your thoughts, where conflict may have deliberately tried to create some sort of tower moments, or devil energy may have tried to get you a bit unsure of yourself. Okay? Expect offers, tangible offers, invitations, emotional invitations, as well as invitations to create finances. I feel like finances is going to be something that you really get a very good opportunity to regenerate and really sit in a place of abundance this month. Things move really quickly for you, and I feel like this tower moment, however it may be, whatever it is, it's really just an opportunity for you to transmute, alchemize, and change things up that you know are just not it. The limitation, while the sun is in your sign, is a waste of energy. Every time you catch yourself with a limiting thought, you need to reaffirm it, like, oppositely. Other than that, like, just these cards here give me so much reassurance about this month for you. You're returning back to yourself, okay? And there is a lot of wisdom that this season is all about, because it's about the abundance. It's about bringing home the money. It's about being aware of yourself and taking accountability for your own power. Really being allowing of yourself to step into your power. And sometimes when we're afraid about power, we allow it to disperse. And if we're not careful, there are devil energies that will pick up on you not wanting to own your power, and they will try and steal it from you. It's called a succubus or an incubus energy. And I feel like a lot of you guys may have been dealing with such devil kind of characters. And so it might be a really good idea to see where it is that you can actively put a full stop to conflict, because it's a waste of time. It's a distraction. And I keep saying it, like, a lot of you guys know that in this time, a lot of people are open vessels because they're not doing the spiritual protection enough to be able to hold their own vessel. Easily manipulated by media, easily manipulated by whatever. Okay, spirits, because they're not practicing spiritual hygiene or even real hygiene, which can keep you really protected from a lot of like random spirits. Guys, what you have, your worth, your value is not for gamble. okay? Right now is a time where you need to really reinvest in yourself, in making sure you look your best, feel your best, telling yourself your best, feeding yourself your best. And I say that because there is a lot of wisdom that comes with this sign. So we need you to be out of this Eight of Swords limited kind of place, kind of shaky with the shaky grounds of this Tower moment, and actively illuminating what is hidden by alchemizing what you don't like. It's a lot of power, and you'll feel it. And a lot of things are working out right now. A lot of things are falling into place. So get out of the way, unstuck yourself, pour all of that self-love, self-value, self-worth by disconnecting everything, going on a digital detox if you need to. But plug into yourself right now. It's so much more important than you being plugged in anywhere else. If you would like to book a reading and take this reading further, you can do so by heading over to the website rubyreadstarot.com. All the support you guys give to the channel is so greatly appreciated, so please do take a minute to hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment. I love it when you guys do that. Who loves you? I do. I love you so much. I'll catch you soon. Bye.